Three. I'm Virsaga. We got Tech Boss next to me. How you doing today?
I am doing very well. I'm excited to catch some exciting Thirst Strike with you.
That's right. We got a bite-sized top four coming at you here with some amazing players. Guarantee you some jam-packed action. Now let's kind of look at the bracket here. Now we do have, of course, a big banger coming up here in Virsaga and Dagger G off the rip.
Yeah, it's going to be a banger of a set, honestly. These are two of the best players in PDX. It is awesome. Virsaga has a legacy of just being a very scary person to run into any bracket. I mean, he won a couple of Jazzy events, or
That's right.
he won a Jazzy event, if not last year, the year before.
Virsaga also won Fight Kingdom as of recently too,
Yes.
and along with Dagger G getting second. So this is kind of like shades of that in a way. So I'm curious to see how like that time has passed, right? That little bit of that time capsule action. Let's see how the action kind of unfolds between these two. But yeah, guys, welcome to Portland Retro Gaming Expo. Of course, we're having a ton of brackets out here throughout the weekend. Definitely stay tuned for more of those. We're also on the Epic Gaming stream, and thank you guys for tuning in and whatnot. Excuse me, Team Chaos. Yeah, Team Chaos here, bringing all the Third Strike action here. And we're going to break down the bracket a little further here. Looking to the loser's side here, Mustardback and El Cubano Loco. Now, Mustardback, of course, of Neko Dojo fame, right? Hosting a lot of events, very big community person. Playing that Dudley, of course, and El Cubano Loco, Yang.
Yeah, I mean, so about Mustardback too, yes, he is a community leader. He's honestly just carrying a lot of Seattle, Washington Third Strike, but also a scary person to run into as well. I would say has just a great knowledge of the game. He's been playing for so long. I mean, he runs a Neko Dojo. If for people don't know, he runs a whole arcade basically out of his garage.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
with real sit down setups, candy gabs, and
That's
it's
right.
just it's amazing, honestly. I've yet to go on, but I've seen his setups in person at Fight Kingdom, and it's just, yeah, this guy is he loves this game, he's passionate about it. I expect to see some crazy stuff from him. And El Cubano Loco, yeah, he's it's gonna be crazy too, because we got a Yun that I just a Yang.
Yang, right?
That we just you don't really see Yangs do.
Definitely a lower pick character, right?
Yeah, not necessarily a bad character at all, but just not as common in this part of the bracket. I mean, not impossible either. So I'm hoping to see some really good stuff.
Yeah, you definitely see the other twin a lot more, right? So I like that kind of diversity we're getting. We're getting a pretty good selection between having great characters. Like Ken, of course, who doesn't love Ken,
Yeah.
but I always love seeing some Remy play, and Dagger G is one of the pioneer players of that character. Now, we were kind of brainstorming about what super art are they going to go with, right? So if you don't know, Dagger G loves Blue Nocturne, loves to try to find ways to land that. But of course, the safer pick is the SA1, right? Thrown out for projectiles. Keep that pressure going. Also, baits out parry options and whatnot. So we'll kind of see what it adds up to.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's going to be a slugfest for sure. And I especially right now, I think it's Virsaga. I don't know if he's going to necessarily put away he's going to put away the big guns for this one.
No, definitely going to be playing, I think, play it straight for sure, right?
Yeah, we only can we can only wait to see what happens here, but we're in still the setup process of stuff, guys. So we're gonna be started pretty soon. But for now, I want to talk about let's talk about how. So it's gonna be Remy versus Ken.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So this matchup, it's gonna take a lot of patience on the Dagger G side of things. Although we know if you've seen Dagger G, he's kind of for a charge character person, playing a lot of charge. He plays Guile on 6,
right.
And the way that he plays him, it is still a charge character archetype. He plays it pretty fairly the way that you should.
He's pretty aggressive, right?
But he also can turn it on. It feels like he's a very when he knows when he's in his zone, he's on top of you. He doesn't let go. It feels really difficult to shake loose of Dagger G when he's got a hold of you.
Right. I'm kind of curious because in a matchup like this, when you have Ken who has great walk speed, right, and you want to land a great spacing with blue kick, is that gonna be kind of an issue you think in the matchup in terms of getting that tip, all right? Or are you probably gonna use it to stuff out anti-air ?
I mean, I definitely on the anti-air side because Dagger G is just I don't know about you, but when I play Dagger G, there's no jumping against
There's no
it.
jumping, right?
I mean, it's crazy too because it's Third Strike. Like there's a lot. It's very lenient about
You
being
got
able
air
to.
parry and whatnot, right?
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like I don't know the way he decides to mix up those timings on you for like a flash kick. He'll know when to EX. He'll know when to just use a regular one. I don't know. He's very good at picking and choosing his spots.
And that's probably what like SA1 might come into play as well, right? Like if someone tries to jump in, you can once again throw off the rhythm with like throwing a flurry of projectiles from that super, or mix up with cold blue kick, flash kick and whatnot. There's so many ways I feel like the Sky, it seems so dangerous against a player like Dagger G. Of course, on the other side, Virsaga has that escape option being that EX Tatsu, right, and that converts into rate confirms as well. We'll kind of see how that kind of plays out, especially in the corner, because that's probably where you're going to see it the most.
Yeah, no, definitely. But right now, I think we're still seeing some setup happening.
That being said, it's my first time here at Portland Retro Gaming Expo. It's cool. It's so cool. Like I've been wanting to go this for a very long time, so it's cool to see the whole floor plan. If you guys haven't been here before, besides having the great tournament selection we have on display on the stage, we of course have tabletop gaming and so many exhibitors here, showing off so many great like retro, just not like only games and whatnot, but like a lot of old trinkets, right? I found a Nintendo 64 like old style film camera, right?
Oh.
You're like they made that, right? Like
yeah, this is news to me. That's amazing.
And that's what you'll find here, right? You'll find those little like niche things, right?
And so I mean, yeah, there's so many things that are just cool here. Definitely worth coming by if you ever want to. It's usually in the fall, like beginning of fall. But so yeah, PDX, Portland Retro Gaming Expo has been happening for quite a long time. But right now, we're getting into, it sounds like.
Yeah, we're definitely doing a button check, right? No Ryu mirrors here, I feel like, unless we really just want to have some fun here. Yeah, I think we're still getting the button checks going, make sure everything is a fun. We got the super gun ready, of course, so we're all ready. Really excited to see kind of how this breaks down to you. Like, there definitely is like the people that we expected to be here, right? But we do kind of have the undercard in the Yang department, so I really like to see like how this is going to shake things up.
Yeah, definitely. And with that reset, I believe we will see what goes on here. Dagger G versus Virsaga. Winners finals. Let's get it on.
All right, let's see. I wonder what the selection is. It's a mystery.
Did we get a misclick again?
No. Oh, perhaps. No way. No way.
No.
No.
Wait,
what?
The Alex?
No. Off the rip?
No, wait, hold on.
No, this can't be. This can't be, right? No. That's an accident. Okay. I was just like.
But
yeah, so we're gonna basically we unfortunately can't get out of this so easily, so we have to whittle the life bar down, go back to carrot select, get that cannon unlock, right?
yeah.
Gives a little time for Dagger G to get a little bit confirms, maybe.
Yeah, just get his warm up in. I don't know if you got to play it.
Get his charging going to get that machine gun LOV going. Not like let's talk about that too. Like proper LOV charging, right? To get like the highs and lows, like keep a course. And I feel like that's be very pesky against Virsaga.
Yeah, I mean, again, just Dagger G is a menace when it comes to being able to get those high-low booms out just really fast. Keep making it difficult for you. Oh man, like it's gonna be a very fun set.
Yeah, I am curious to see how like is this typically like one you can throw out a lot of booms or not, or like 'cause I feel like once the meter gets unlocked, then it becomes a lot more scarier too. Especially if you try to like meaty with like a light boom and whatnot. Then if you have SA3, it's such a fast super, right? So yeah, it's gonna be kind of risky.
Yeah, I mean, oh yeah, that's true. I was gonna say too, like, and if he does choose SA1, the thing is, like, if he gets something like a meaty boom too, those two, like, he could SA1 into each other twice.
Right.
Like, it's huge damage.
Huge damage, yeah. That's gonna be really pivotal here. Like I said, I think we want to go in with our best foot forward here, so we're definitely gonna go with the SA1. I would say never say never when it comes to Blue Nocturne, reaching its head, but we're in top 4 here. We're still getting some technical difficulties ironed out here, guys. Appreciate you guys chilling out. I guarantee you the action will be well worth it.
Yeah, definitely. And once again, Portland Retro Gaming Expo 2024. I just want to I want to express how much fun this event is. I really enjoy. I've really enjoyed everything that I've seen here so far. All the people, all the staff, all the booths. It's been a really, really good time. I feel like I've seen nothing but really cool things. There's a video game museum that I haven't gotten.
I saw that, yeah, on the way in.
Yeah, like it's. I mean, I want to know what's in there. Like, do they have like you were talking about?
It's a mystery, yeah.
Yeah, like do they have what is it the 64? Was it the DD the disk drive? That
the disk drive. You know, I would be one of the best. If it's something they had, I think at. There was at PAX one year. It might be the similar thing I saw, and yeah, there's just some cool exposition for all the eras of gaming. I think my favorite was like the SNES one. I love SNES games, man.
SNES is one of the best consoles. Honestly,
consoles,
it has
right?
so many banger games like Chrono Trigger and Super Mario World, and one of my favorite games personally. I love Super Mario World, but I think we're going to be getting started.
I think we're finally doing it here, folks. Here we got the Ken, we got the Remy unlock here. Of course, SA1 there on Dagger G's side, and of course the patented SA3. We'll see how it kind of pans out here. Let's get to it. All right, that makes sense. Let's get to it, guys, here on the subway train.
Ooh.
Oh, already stuffing the approach there. Virsaga was ready on the round start.
Yeah, I mean, these guys are so familiar with each other. I can't imagine that this is oh, great
the whiff punish. Virsaga, he says, come on, got the coin.
Oh, great anti-air, but it puts him in the corner. Kind of really favorable right now. This could really work out for Virsaga, especially if he gets that one bar in. Great parry.
Yeah, now Dagger G being an Iron Wall, making sure we can keep Virsaga in the corner, using these LOVs there. There's a sweep there from Virsaga. Tries to inch yourself out. They have such a good life lead, so you have to parry all these fireballs, but you can't parry the double jab on the anti-air.
Yeah, great bait too. Whipping 2 mediums, trying to get him to jump in, and then he's like, all right, hold on, I got this. Ooh.
Speaking of parries, we're right back into the action. Virsaga setting the pace.
All right, these guys are feeling each other out. Big footsies.
I like it. Faking out the cold blue kick. Oh, that's a whiff on the DP. Getting a great confirm on Dagger G's side.
Charge partitioning. He's holding back and down constantly, trying to see what he wants to do here.
Yeah, and this is that machine gun LOVs we were talking about earlier. And there's the escape from Virsaga. Yeah, you have to be willing to snipe out the EX Tatsu, put him right back in the corner.
All right. Dagger G taking his time, knowing that he's got the lead here. Doesn't have to really push, but just letting Virsaga kill himself slowly.
Yeah, shouts to Dagger G, really kind of just like killing out some of that momentum because Virsaga was hot that first round.
Yeah.
Okay, but here we go. Another jump in parry, right? That's a lot of these rounds have been starting this way.
All right.
Okay, tech in. Use the fireball. Make sure. Ooh, and the cross under from Dagger G. I like it. The patience. Yeah, we're going to whip some buttons, get some of that meter going. Very close on both sides. We have so much meter on Virsaga's side here. There it is. And now we say it. It does trade.
Wow, good stuff, but he still has 2 bars. Let's see how he gets to use them if... Oh! Wow. Okay, great throw. Put him in the corner. This is huge for Dagger G here.
Back throw. This could be so scary. The whiff. Oh my god, yeah. There it is. Finds the SA3 and picks it up. Virsaga down, but not out.
Yeah, definitely. Oh man, this is gonna be.
You can hear it from Isaiah on the mic, right?
Taking the words right
we
out
all
of my
know how
mouth.
this can go literally to like just the last round to the the pixel even, right? These players are like some of the high caliber. You're watching some of the best third strike here.
Yeah, definitely. This is the best of 5, by the way, so we will be seeing a good amount of games from these folks. Hopefully, depending on how the set pans out. But on to game 2. Back throw into the corner. All right, we get a throw loop in. Let's see if he goes for another. There it is.
Yeah, this is the mix-up that I think Virsaga's looking for, is start establishing throw a little bit more. The defense from Virsaga is immaculate, right? Like, no matter how you approach, whether you dash it, and Remy's dash is so good, it's really hard to check.
Yeah, but Virsaga not out, but big punish by Virsaga there, taking the first round of game 2.
Yeah, classic Ken stuff coming out from Virsaga, taking that first round here.
Looking pretty healthy on meter, both sides. I mean, we're not in the bar yet, but they got the X meter to spend, so we'll see how this pans out. Ooh, and we spend it.
Yeah, also the stun gets racked up too. You be very careful. Oh, wake up throw. Kind of risky stuff coming out there.
Yeah,
yep. Neutral throw.
We jump out of the corner, but that's fine. Wow. Just
you thought you could wake up. You thought.
Dude, you are never safe against Virsaga. Virsaga looking pretty good right now. That was a much faster game than game 1, but you know what? Maybe is download complete? Did Virsaga figure something out already between the set? Or will Dagger G pick up the pieces here? And I think he can. I mean, obviously it's Dagger G.
Like, no, it's Dagger G, right? Both these players, like, the best at their character, right? And so it's really curious because kind of in that later game, even though like Virsaga's on the back foot, he's still so cold and calculated, able to make those comebacks, make those call-outs on the wake-up game.
Great low.
And cold blue kick, yeah, right in your face as you get thrown.
And Dagger G
dicey.
Dagger trying to force the corner situation, but getting a bunch of damage just now. Taking a bunch of damage, but
we're seeing that Dagger G trying to play around the crouching medium kick, making sure that we don't get hit with another confirm, but we don't need it. Universal overhead going to take it.
And this is Dagger G's tournament round. If he loses this round now, he's into, well, not tournament round, it's a winner's side round.
Your winner's life, right? Yeah, to go down to losers and fight through all the sharks here, but you want to be sitting pretty there in grands, right? You get that luxury, but you have to earn it here.
Oh, wow, the short super. Classic Ken.
Yeah, I'm liking the mix-ups I'm seeing. Back throw in the corner. We've seen the comments from Dagger G here. This is a potential comeback if they're able to land their SA1. Spend some meter, though, on the EXLV.
Oh, my God. Great bait for the shimmy.
There it is. All right, down but not out. Dagger G still in this. Even up the round count. Okay, liking the spacing.
Yeah, Virsaga, very favorable position right now. Just feeling it out. Doesn't need to really do too much. Got Virsaga in the corner, or got Dagger G in the corner. Jumps out.
I like it. Dagger G being really patient, right? Throws out a couple. Oh, it did not connect, but not a full confirm from Dagger G's side either.
Another big trade.
And a trade not on Dagger G's side either.
God.
It's so scary, right? Yeah, and there it is. It doesn't matter what happens. You're not gonna parry that, unfortunately. I think it's in that situation. It makes it so difficult when you throw the fireball out too.
Was that an EX?
I couldn't exactly tell. I think it was EX into like SA3. Yeah. So adding a lot more hits on, especially when you're that low of life, you're expecting a lot out of the player.
Yeah, but good stuff to Virsaga. He's going to be moving on into winter side grand finals.
Convincingly, right?
Yeah. So he gets an extra set to work with, but now we're going to start to get into our loser semifinal match. We're going to figure out who's going to be facing Virsaga of the 3 players that we have left.
Yeah, looking there on the bracket too, right? So now that Dagger G is going down there, we have to look at here Mustardback and Cubano Loco. Let's see who can advance on to go into that losers finals. Now, we already talked about these 2 players, right? Dudley and Yang, right? So I'm curious, like, how do you feel like this matchup pans out, Tech Bonus?
Yeah, Dudley versus Yang. I mean, there's the good thing about Yang versus Dudley is Dudley is a character that likes to press a lot of buttons real fast, like he has some of the
actions per minute, right?
Yeah, he has very fast normals. He's very good at pressuring you. He has great mix-ups off of overhead. His big weakness though is being in the air. Yang, not really an air character. They're not really playing in the air too much. They have like a pretty solid jumping medium kick, I want to say, or jumping hard kick, and it just seems like as far as like the ground game, I don't know. It's gonna take a little bit of work to like get in there, but once Yang gets in there with his Rekkas, and he's able to spend the meter, and he's able to slowly get you down to
the danger zone, right?
Yeah, it's well, you know, it's gonna be hard for Yang, I think, to get in, but I don't think it's impossible. I think it's just a matter of being really smart, knowing when to deal with Mustardback's approaches in terms of like he very much likes to do like overhead confirms. I've noticed, at least when playing him, like he's very good at finding those. He'll condition you to crouch enough to get them. Like it's a good
point. That's pretty like standard stuff you see from Dudley, right? Especially when you get like the Rose going and whatnot too. You'll definitely see like the double tap from like the light kick, and then mix it up with the overhead, like you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
And you mentioned about like the air approach. You know, one thing what I'm really curious, I think Mustardback's definitely gonna have unlocked too, is the use of target combo on jump approaches, because you can like add extra hits to target combo, and that messes up the parry timing. We've already seen jump and parry get stuffed a lot by just simple like jabs or standing medium punches. And of course, you have like the classic, the run through into the corkscrew blow on the other side, because you get locked at a parry, so it's going to be a very hard thing to deal with. So you really have to understand, like, matches are played in phases depending on how much meter the player has.
Yeah, definitely. So let's see how we get these players to let's see how these players adapt to each other here.
Ooh, the signal. Okay, there we go. Back out of here. Mustardback, El Cubano Loco.
All right. We're getting the pressure started a little early. Great early lead by El Cubano Loco, but so, oh my goodness.
Yeah, we're going to be watching here live on the screen, guys. Sorry about that. We had a little bit more technical difficulties, but we're back at it. El Cubano Loco taking that first round.
All right. Mustardback looking pretty good on meter. He's at 1.5 bars. Definitely some scary damage on deck.
Huge damage coming out from Mustardback already. Got El Cubano in the corner. Let's see how Loco can get out of this. Lets the full Rekka rip.
Wow, goes for the grab.
Up!
Tries to parry the Rose. Round 2 goes to Mustardback. We're going to final round, game 1.
Yeah, gutsy stuff coming out here with the EX swing back here. I like it, though.
Okay, big throw. Takes him to the corner. Ooh, but Cubano not scared. Trying to fight his way back out. Playing for that mid screen, but once again, back in the corner. Big sweep. Oh, doesn't get the next.
Yeah, beats the parry attempt on the Rose. Kissed by a Rose in the gray. Here it comes. Mustardback keeping it in there.
And we got a game 1. True gentleman. All right. So did you? It was a level. I didn't catch the essay on.
We're gonna see it right here, right now. I think too. We got SA2, like you called it earlier, tech bonus. So yeah, appropriate stuff. We'll go with the SA1 there from Mustardback, not going with the corkscrew blow.
Yeah, that's a switch too, because they did have corkscrew blow last.
I believe so. Yeah. So sorry about that. We had our screen cut out there. So we are back here, back in full frame, at least on watching the screen up here. We're still waiting for a monitor to come back on, but. Yeah, but I like what Cubano's doing so far. He's taking the initiative because he knows that Mustardback has the damage to really clean your clock pretty early on. So if he can take that momentum pretty early by like getting these record confirms and to mix up the timing too, the run through coming out from Cubano.
Ooh, he got the air dive kick cancel. Keep him in the corner. Really huge stuff here. Big parry though. We're gonna get out of there.
This is that comeback potential that can amount from Mustardback. Has some meter to do it.
Great tech. Keeping yourself alive.
Full screen. Rose anti-air. I tell people to give them their flowers, but not like that. But you were talking about how the SAT is mostly picked for meter usage, right? You get 2 bars to kind of play with, and we're already seeing that being used on EX Rekka.
Yeah, I mean, it's huge, right? Like, the reason why you even pick SA2, most of Yang's supers are not very good, but the reason why SA2 is even picked is because it is a very long bar, meaning you get a bunch of meter usage out of it, and just like that, we got a stun into round 3 of game 2.
Yeah, Cubano still fighting back here. Got a full stick of butter, 2 full sticks of butter here on Mustardback side, so it's going to be really scary. That high-low game going to start probably coming out.
Wow, the great neutral jump, medium kick into the target combo, or Rekka combo. That's huge for Cubano here. Looking to take his first game, but Mustardback saying, no, not yet. I'm not done.
Back throw into the corner, going for the overhead. Was able to snipe on the anti-air, but we keep going. EX Rekka one more time. And there we go. 1 on the board there for El Cubano. Loco, get Loco with it.
Yeah, I'm liking what I'm seeing from El Cubano and Loco. I mean, just playing it really solidly, taking advantage of all the opportunities. I don't think he's really dropped too many punishes. He's just looking solid.
No, I think out of all everybody has seen today, like their punish game has probably been the best.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
I'm gonna make that call. Like getting the damage where it matters too, because we talked about earlier, like you need to have that momentum. And if you get that damage lead, it forces Delay to approach you, which I think allows Yang to deal with the matchup a little bit better.
All right, and we're into game 3. Whipping for meter. Ooh.
Oh, now we're bringing out the command grab too. Yeah, never stop mixing it up. Got Mustardback here on the back foot defense, but the sweep coming out.
Nice grab. We're going to take him to the corner. Get back there. Overhead into stun, and that's round 1.
That's so tricky, right? Yeah, you're probably looking so much at the stun bar, you don't want to get stunned, and you forget to block the overhead.
Sometimes it happens. It happens to all of us.
Yeah, right.
Great job trying to keep him out. El Cubano, I really like how he's keeping Mustardback in the corner, but let's see if Mustardback has an answer.
The screen control is so strong there on that side. Gets the sweep, and a great confirm from Mustardback off of that. You need to have those on deck for Dudley.
Ooh, gets the launch, but doesn't get the follow-up.
Got some meter to play with. Yeah, you'd be very slow with it. There's the confirm. We talked about it earlier. Like, Cubano just does not miss those.
This is huge. That's it. He's in chip zone.
The rose again. Oh, it happened again. Dude. It can happen to you, but sometimes it can happen twice.
Dude, Mustardback, why are you being so gross? All right, big forward.
No holds bar here out here from Mustardback, man.
Wake up super?
Oh, okay, yeah, we cannot drop this. Yeah, make sure we get the full brunt of damage here on Cubano's side.
Get back.
I like the fake out too. The swing back to make the dive kick whiff.
He's been calling out a few of his approaches like that, and it's scary. Great answer to that. All right.
I like it, the patience from Mustardback, realizing that Gaston at a good distance, and the run in SA1, trying to go for a big gambit, not going to work out.
Oh, and not enough damage, and I'm telling you, that's why SA2 is a bit of a...
don't. I would hate. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to let it rock. This is too close for comfort. Too close for comfort.
Big throw. He whiffs it, but it's okay.
Oh, that was so close. I think Mustardback had the right idea. Backed all the way up from the Rekka, but it will be Cubano taking it over Mustardback, eliminating here from Portland Retro Gaming Expo.
Yeah, really good run that Mustardback had, getting himself all the way to loser semis. Just amazing. Amazing play, amazing community member. Please, if you're in the Seattle, Washington area, please check out Neko Dojo. If you want to learn some Dudley stuff, he's one of the best.
Yeah, honestly, Mustardback, one of the best people to teach you the game and also give you some great inside knowledge too. Always go to them for my knowledge, including right here. So I'm happy they got far in bracket. I'm happy to see also Cubano move on, who will be fighting Dagger G in losers finals.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see how this is gonna go. Yang versus Remy now. I mean, that's just not a matchup you hear about.
No, I think that's not on my bingo card.
So, I mean, I'm going to be honest. I'm not really sure what to expect in terms of El Cubano is just looking really solid, playing really well. But how is he going to answer to Dagger G's antics? Will he play Blue Nocturne this set? We will see.
I don't know. I feel like Cubano has earned the right to get the SA1, right? Like the way they're playing clean, talk about those confirms and whatnot, right? You're going to want to make sure that you don't get caught up in that mess.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be tough, but I believe we got to...
Yeah, I'm curious to see how much Yang practice and knowledge that we're going to be seeing from Dagger G's side, too. between both these characters. Such low picks, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's gonna be fun though. I mean, Third Strike is full of very fun, very playable characters.
It's a deep well, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's just it's gonna be a great set. I have to imagine. I think we're just we finally got let's see.
Yeah, we got our monitor back here, so we do have the action in front of our faces here, waiting for the next match to come here for losers finals of our top 4 Third Strike bracket. Thanks you guys for tuning in once again for Shaw. And of course, got the dynamic duo tech bonus right here. Thanks for joining me today. Got Seattle and Portland combined together, their powers combined, bringing you this commentary action.
Yeah, and I'm honestly just so happy to be seeing some Third Strike today. It's like,
yeah,
it
feels so fitting for an expo like this, right?
Yeah, I mean, Portland Retro Gaming Expo, this is like, especially with the year that Third Strike has had, I mean, like, it's just super exciting to see more people constantly getting into the game. I mean, I'm not really familiar with Cubano Loco, but I wouldn't be surprised if there was somebody that is like I don't know, it's a Fightcade warrior, like has started recently.
No,
like,
I definitely would see that for sure, and you know, we'll probably see a lot more tournaments. But let's go here, losers finals between Cubano and Dagger G. Get into a scuffle already, and the parry on the cold blue kick. Excuse me, Cubano ain't playing no games.
Great call out on the anti-air into the flash kick, but Cubano looking to keep Dagger G in the corner here.
There's that launcher that we were looking for in the last game, but the EX will get the chip out there on Dagger G's side here. You know, one of the faults, you know, being a zoner in a game like this, you give a lot more parry opportunities and get more meter because of that. It's going to benefit Yang a little bit more, especially with having SA2 meter usage.
All right, yeah, and Dagger G, I was going to say, putting Cubano in the corner, but Cubano fighting his way out. And now it's Dagger G's turn.
He gets the throw. Yeah, runs up this time. Cubano has a solid lead, but here comes Dagger G. Great placement of that cold blue kick. We talked about that earlier. The anti-air cold blue kick going to be so pivotal.
Yeah, I mean, the way that Dagger G plays too, he obviously has he's charge partitioning. He's very good at like just backdashing. He's not afraid to run away from you and also hold the charge and make it like seem like, oh, well, is it safe? Can I like try to approach him? I don't know. He's always ready with something, either a boom or a flash kick. But right now, game 1 goes to Dagger G.
Yeah, like you talked about, like the charge, the split charging from like the LOVs has been like really pesky for a lot of players to deal with. I feel like in the history of the game, and yeah, mixing up between like doing an immediate boom or like delay boom after you throw one already out is why we saw like Cubano land in that fireball there at the end. Let's see if we, you know, I feel like Cubano's had some great series of like genius here in this matchup so far, especially dealing with like CBK.
Yeah, no, Cubano definitely, I feel like they have one in the tank to be able to make something happen here, but Dagger G is Dagger G, so let's see how this game goes.
Right. Yeah, using that CBK to get over the high crush, some normals here. Here comes the EX record. That's what I've been waiting for Cubano to land and get some of that damage. Just the nature of the beast. Yeah, we've seen Dagger G be so aggressive round start and just slow it down immediately, go into that fireball playstyle.
Yeah, I mean, I was really confused too because I saw the throw come out from Cubano at the end of that. Is that a throw invincible move that Dagger G threw out? I'm so confused.
We'll see if it comes up again. Right now we had Dagger G in the corner here, but goes right back into it.
Cubano's positioning is really good, but Dagger G's fighting out a bit.
We've seen a lot of overheads and a lot of jump-ins from Dagger. I think just testing Cubano is like, do you have your anti-airs unlocked? And they're not really being answered.
Yeah, Dagger G, definitely, yeah. It is a quiz, and it's really pass or fail at this point.
Okay, going in the cross-up. Yeah, pretty ambiguous stuff coming out from Dagger. But so right back in the corner. You got to be really careful. One EX record can make this up. Got to be so careful. The overhead. Now we're in the danger territory. The blue doctor. Oh. He goes for it. Oh my God! He lands it. He was landing here in bracket. He did it.
I was about to say. I was like, I feel like flash check could come out any second, and I didn't even notice.
A call out in between the Rekka. too. Like, knowing that you already let the second part of the Rekka rip.
And we're back to Blue Nocturne. So let's see if Cubano has an answer for this.
That's like some Shang Tsung, like, your soul is mine kind of moment, really.
It's one of those times. It's one of those times in a bracket where you gotta really like search really deep within yourself after a moment like that, and like just be okay with what just happened and move on. And I think Cubano can pull it out. I don't think it phased him too much. It looked like.
I mean, that's why Dagger G is the Remy to able to make a play like that here. But yeah, I don't think a player of Cubano's caliber is going to be phased by that. But we are throwing some CBK all day.
Big punish, putting him in the corner. Let's see if Cubano can.
There's that answer. We've been looking for the anti-airs here from Cubano. Finally retaliates appropriately. Brother, another Blue Nocturne coming out from Dagger G.
2 Blue Nocturnes in a second. I can't.
Make a wish. Make a wish. There's a falling star somewhere.
Somebody check the meteors around here.
Cubano still fighting for the life here. This is their tournament life on the line. But we get this done. This is a great start and a great round. Wow, neutral jumping over the EX Rekka. Cubano coming in with the pressure. Waits out, yeah, waiting for like the crouch medium kick. No way, the whiff flash kick into another Blue Nocturne. 3? Count him 3?
But whiff punish is the standing hard kick. Great stuff by Cubano. I mean, look, he's like, I'm not phased, dude. You can hit that on me 3 times. I'm still reacting.
Yeah, still gonna make sure we're in this game too. And now putting Dagger G on the back foot has to go for these LOV barrage. And the chip out, yeah, from the EX Rekka. Good call there on Cubano's side. Getting one on the board, despite all the shenanigans, not to be deterred.
Yeah, and so I think it's just a matter of, like, right now, Cubano playing for tournament life. I mean, this is loser's side, loser's finals. He is down to 2-1, but taking that one game, very important. Hopefully that would be a big momentum change.
Yeah, we'll see how it kind of adds up too, because maybe if you're that kind of player, right? You kind of play from behind, and that's where like your biggest strength comes from.
Trying to figure out when to walk forward here. It seems like
it's tricky, right?
Yeah, the boom's coming out right out of the gate.
It's like an obstacle course.
Great low punish.
Cubano, his corner control. Dagger G trying to fight out. And there's the anti-airs. He's getting a lot more consistent. That's where Cubano's going to probably get scared. And the pair EX Rekka going to take it.
Good stuff by Cubano. Looking really solid in this game 4. Let's see if he can make another round happen here.
Very cold blue kick. Yeah, Cubano is just getting more solid as the set goes on. You can't play with your food for long.
No, definitely not. I mean, we'll see if we see another Blue Nocturne. It's loaded up in the chamber.
Triple overhead coming out from Cubano.
Nice stun too, but will it matter? It does.
It does matter.
And that's game 4 going to El Cubano Loco. Looking so solid right now. The momentum, I'm telling you, it seems like he just figured something out a little bit. Maybe Dagger G decides this is the game where he goes the SA1. Maybe he decides that, oh, SA2.
SA2, okay. Yeah, we're going to get the barrage of flash kicks coming out too, which, you know, having the speed to do that, especially with how more jump-ins we're seeing from Cubano, might be a good call. We'll kind of see how it ends up, but we definitely need some more damage instead of going for shenanigans of Blue Nocturne, I feel. Because now you're on notice, right?
Yeah.
2-2 apiece.
I mean, yeah, at this point, it's all or nothing. Last game, game 5, losers finals.
He gets a 3-piece and just backs off, right? Really willing to slow down the pace of this game because Cubano has just been so aggressive. There is a parry into the launcher. Tries to go for the reset. Dagger G not going to bite on it.
Yeah, Yeah, I mean, we've seen El Cubano set that reset up a couple of times, especially against Remy, or yeah, against Dagger G here. But yeah, no, I don't think it's a tough reset too, right? Like to follow up on, it's real fast. Like
Dagger G stretching out this set a little bit longer, and of course, this is why we picked the SA2 to make sure we get this damage and get this lead.
El Cubano fighting his way out of the corner. Finding his way put it into the corner by Dagger G. Oh, great anti-air.
You're looking so confident, spacing right outside of the crouch medium kick. Cubano has to play out of their mind here.
Oh my God.
So much patience. Dagger G puts himself in the corner. Sometimes it's a good strat.
Oh,
there it is, the flash kick to end it. Dagger G taking out Cubano Loco.
Yeah, really good stuff to Dagger G, bringing it back. But El Cubano Loco making it look hard, like taking him all the way to Game 5. Like just good stuff to him, and great stuff to be able to see Yang in the bracket. Like, I mean, it's a little bit tough.
Just some really solid Yang play, which I'm glad to see. Like a character like that get some love here, especially at a tournament like this. Yeah, Dagger G just was able to get his cake and eat it too. 3 blue nocturnes, and then it's the whole shebang here, taking it. Go move it on to losers. Move on to grand finals to get the run back here against Virsaga. Like I said, we are in our top 4 here for our third strike bracket here at Portland Retro Gaming Expo.
Yeah. So so we've already seen this set maybe like 10 minutes
So
ago.
what's the adjustment now, right? We talked about like what are the adjustments, because I feel like some of those opening gambits we saw from Virsaga early on in that first set was jump and parry, right? And that's because there's kind of twitch reactions, especially if you're playing like a character like Remy, like a charge character, is that you want to be able to snipe that, but you have to like mix it up, right? And on the other side, Virsaga, when Remy jumps in or when Dagger G jumps in, just has that all ready to snipe out those kind of parries. So there's a little bit more up on the counterplay knowledge, I feel. So you got to balance it out somehow.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be definitely a I don't know, like especially because Virsaga, we saw how the set started. Like, I mean, there's just like you said, opening gambits. There's opening. There's I don't know. It seems like it was a 3-0 last time. I don't know if we will see the same thing again, but I don't know. It's gonna be still gonna be a fun set, I have to imagine. And we're going right into it. Okay,
yeah,
we're
touching some buttons, and
word.
Yeah, and of course the thing about going in here and losers finals, you have to win 2 sets, so it is a long hill to climb, right? If anybody can do it, definitely Dagger G has the adaptation to do it. So, but yeah, a 3-0 early on, it speaks pretty big volumes against a high caliber player like Dagger G.
Yeah, we're just getting through these rounds here so we can get into our next match, our final match, well, possibly our final set. We have Virsaga has 2 sets to work with, so we'll see.
Do you like standing fierce with Alex?
Pretty good. Seems pretty good.
Getting those reps in.
I don't lose.
I always appreciate Alex's character because he's a character that revolves pretty heavily on stun too.
Yeah.
If he comes back in 6, I'm curious what they'll do to him, right? Because there's not like traditional stun anymore.
Yeah, that's true, huh? And I mean, I don't know. I mean, the way that they evolve characters in Street Fighter 6, I mean, they'll probably give them a different kind
Did a pretty good job, right?
Yeah, I mean, like, I really love, like, some characters will have stocks and stuff to just, like, load up, and I don't know, there's a bunch of interesting mechanics that they've added to this game, but right now we're talking about third strike. We're getting to the grand finals.
Grand finals here. Remy versus Ryu?
Yeah,
Virsaga going Ryu?
The Virsaga Ryu. Yeah, he's willing to play a little bit of this. I mean, his Ryu is also just no slouch. I believe that's just like most of the time. He's going between in whatever game he plays of it's Street Fighter. It's Ken and Ryu. Those are tried and true.
And the thing about playing one shadow, you usually have the luxury of playing another, but of course being in Grand Finals winner's side, you get to do this. You get to counter pick. Maybe play for the next set. We'll see how it goes. Goes for the SA3 charge.
So close to stun. And that's it.
Talked about stun earlier. Yeah, Ryu SA3, the batter up. You got to be ready for like the delay or like just like the speed up on the charge fireball. It's so tricky.
Great anti-air. Gets to hitting with a standing hard punch.
Yeah, so close to get another Denjin charge. Gonna be back throw. And there it is finally. Although gets the jump in there on Dagger G side.
Yeah, I think he's hoping for maybe an anti-air opportunity, but Dagger G just on top of him.
Yeah, and no matter what character you play, Virsaga spacing is still so immaculate. FDP right in your face. I don't know about that one. What?
Is this raw?
With this raw Tatsu? Okay. Okay. Dagger G though, getting that round. Keeping it even. You still have the threat of Denjin online, right? Sometimes just throwing a fireball but not doing the Denjin after it is enough to scare your opponent.
Yeah.
Oh, crabbed right through the Denjin too. Quick thinking there on Dagger G side.
Dagger G loaded up 2 bars, ready to go with all this level or SA2. Pardon me, I couldn't see for a second, but
Okay, yeah, loading up, bringing out the EX LOV, trying to get that good spacing, gets the CBK into the flash kick.
right now it's gonna all turn around off of one opportunity here by either players. Loaded to the brim with meter.
Ooh, that's so scary. Like if your jump was a little bit too shallow, you would get hit by that. But no fear coming up from Dagger G.
Yeah, great awareness by Virsaga to notice that he had a bunch of meter, immediately spending EX and going, you know what, I'm gonna jump over this next one.
Speaking of meter.
Yeah.
Coming out here from Dagger G. Getting one on the board, right? Saying like, put the Ryu away. Bring back that Ken, boy. Come on. Come on.
But again, he's got a whole set to work with. We'll see if Virsaga feels like still playing Ryu after this. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he still plays him. But yeah, there it is.
Okay, yeah, we're still gonna go with it. Still gonna go with the SA3. And you know, I'm big appreciative of this too. I always love to see this super be on display here. I'm gonna go right into it.
Yeah. Wow, amazing stuff to be ready for the autocorrect anti-air normal from Virsaga there.
Dagger G making so many callouts on the crouching medium kick too with these guest parries. Here comes Denjin. You have the guess as well. Full stun, and that's gonna be it. Hit him with a hee-haw.
Yeah, they were scrapping for a second, but just one Denjin can do that. You know, it can just turn the whole game around immediately. And we're into round 2. Oh!
Did not get the full confirm. It can be a little tricky, especially on Remy's side.
Yeah, I mean, like you have to watch out if they're crouching, right? Like I actually really don't understand if like can you change the way that Remy like fireballs and super come out if they come out high or low first?
Not that I recall, but yeah, I think it has to be from crouching too, and you have to find a way to make sure they get standed up from the normal you confirm. It's pretty difficult. That's like kind of the bane of Remy's existence, right?
Yeah.
You have to be very particular with your confirms. Where Ryu's pretty straightforward.
Right. Ooh, and the big cog gets the jab flash kick. Round 2 going to Dagger G here. In game 2, let's see who takes it.
Yeah, the dash up confidence coming out already for Virsaga. Already pushing Dagger G into the corner, jumps over the LOV, getting some tight damage on it. And here comes the Denjin. It's looking so scary. Stun is a mounting.
Oh my god. Wow, waiting for some kind of reaction. Dagger G playing so smart right now.
Yeah, making these callouts.
Ooh, big trade.
Hey, wow, he ran up and grabbed him instead. This is so scary because all these projectiles, along with whiffing these normals, it almost gets you another Denjin soon. But he spent it on an EX Fireball. You can just play for clock here. You can just like, just kind of wait until they come to you. Oh, you can't wait for long. As I say that, Dagger G comes in with the SA1.
Wow, Dagger G. Just
Thinking, right? Thinking. Do we keep playing this game?
I mean, I think it does.
I think it does.
Yeah, I think the Ryu does stay, and he's, I don't know, Virsaga, I feel like he's definitely the kind of guy, I've seen him do this multiple times in multiple brackets. He loves playing Ryu when he can, and I think if he can afford it, he's just gonna go the whole set. So
it's Virsaga saying you have to earn the right to play my Ken.
Yeah.
Okay, EX flash click, just get out of that business here. Dagger G being on point. Okay, Okay, waiting for the fireball too. Yeah, I'm liking the mix-ups here between just like throwing like fireballs at kind of like these random timings to make sure the Dagger G doesn't jump in for free, but then like you start just whiffing to normal and like pump thinking in a way, right?
Yeah. I mean, oh. Okay, don't get too much. Actually, that's a lot of stun. How much did he spin that, actually? Oh, big stun!
Yeah, already there with a couple normals. Make sure we get some meter in the process because you already got another bar here as well. You got to hold this, and another double stun coming out from Virsaga.
Wow, I don't know if I've ever seen a double stun that fast before. Like
yeah, that was pretty quick thinking too. I think it's like we talked about it earlier, right? Fighting the zoner where you can parry the projectiles probably gives you that ability to get to super arc threes.
We're getting into game 4 here. Dagger G up 2-1.
Yeah, Dagger G, quick thinking there on the anti-air situation, right? As soon as he saw the parry, already let the second part of his anti-air rip.
Throw him in the corner. What are we gonna do here? Meter is rising. Level 3 almost in, but Virsaga fighting for round 1 life, and there it goes. Dagger G.
Dagger G on the precipice of getting this grand finals reset. Let's see how it can happen here. Oh, missing the Tatsu, but does not get punished for it. Here comes the Denjin. One more and another stun, courteous of SA3.
It's another round for Virsaga.
Denjin has put in mad work in this matchup, I gotta say.
It is scary. It is not a joke.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to deal with in terms of just like you have to be. You can lab against it, but because Ryu can just like hold on to it or just like let it rip so fast, like the punishment is so good for him.
Oh, I think Virsaga trying to set up Denjin, but getting a little thrown off by the super flash.
Oh, only a throw, yeah, going for the Portland punish. Okay, LV chase it down. Nice weight, catching the landing frames there with the light punch LOV. There it is, the reset coming out from Dagger G.
Now, it seems like Virsaga has a choice.
Does he really, does have a choice?
Does he really like?
But is there an illusion of choice? Because you're picking a Shoto no matter what, right?
Yeah, I mean, one is like the top 3.
There definitely is a gap for sure, right? But there it is. We have earned the right to get the run back on this Ken. Now let's see what Dagger G has in the back pocket here to make the difference here from Winners Finals. Shouts to Isaiah here on the MC.
Doing a great job. We'll be seeing some of him, I believe, later for Plus-R.
That's
right.
Now, stay tuned. We're slowing it down pretty hard here. But, you know what? SA3 always reels ugly head.
Big overhead. Gives Meter just time, but doesn't get to spend it.
Ooh! The parry, this is what you came here for. This is third strike.
Dagger G just keeping this momentum here from that huge turnaround, but
despite an impressive display defensive-wise coming out from Dagger G, Virsaga just, the damage is just, it's just too different, right?
Yeah. Yeah, no, Virsaga playing really well. I mean, this is what it's about, right? Like, this is his whole thing. We saw it earlier, and his Ken is just, it's something else, man.
You're fighting that evil, that violent Ken, right?
Yeah.
The jump into SA3. Make sure we make that statement. Get the taunt going as well.
Get a little bit extra damage.
And it happens so fast. You can't find another short confirm. Gets the sweep. Allows to get some space there.
All of a sudden, it's even. Down to the wire.
You're trying to fight for the right, for the space in there.
Wow.
Threading the needle.
These jabs by Virsaga, just anti-airing. He's so ready. He's
yeah.
just so ready. He's not letting you be close to him for a second. If he can help it, he's hitting jab. I don't know. It's like I really like his use of that button in general. Like he has so many interesting ways of using it.
Yeah, that was what we kind of saw in the first round too, and it continues to be kind of a problem, I think, for Dagger G. But it's such a low committal button, right? Oh my God, yeah, Dagger G is turning up the heat here, but so is Virsaga.
Ooh, huge parry to punish. We're gonna take the mid screen back.
Oh, goes for the cross up too. That was a little ambiguous.
Man, I feel like we've seen that exact parry interaction happen so many times throughout the set. These two are so ready for each other.
I guess I'll hold this SA1 too. A lot more parries coming out here. Goes for the neutral throw, and you know, the courteous them getting the flash kick afterward.
Again, it seems like we're down to orange bars, down to the wire, but Dagger G throwing out a big boom, taking that round 1 of game 2 of set 2.
Yeah, really asking Virsaga is like, can you parry everything? Can you parry all these projectiles? I like the use of universal overhead to kind of fake out cold blue kick.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's really solid stuff right now. We got him in the corner. Virsaga trying to block him in. That hard, or standing medium? No, that's hard kick, hard.
Jump in, yeah, once again, on point from Virsaga's side one more time, but this time Dagger G has the counterplay, finds the confirm, gets the SA1.
Well, I'd say probably confirm is super, but
just lets it rip. That kind of makes sense, right? You were kind of in that danger zone of crouching medium kick, and you need to fight for space, so why not spend some meter? And if Virsaga lands on it, that's a win-win.
Yeah. No, I mean, we're looking pretty good here for this set 2. Virsaga, Dagger G, going back to solid red can.
Yeah, we're seeing that God can bleed. Puts back on the gi. We're on business now.
He's dressed. Impressed.
Like it so far from Dagger G. His corner control is immaculate, looking so tight.
Corner.
These LOVs, this barrage is so hard to deal with. And look at the health, especially as I say that lands an SA3, we can make it up just like that.
He's at 1 health. Can't even see it.
Oh,
Double DP.
there it is. Shoryuken gets the Kara Shoryu at the end too on a pixel.
Yeah, that was like literally 1 health.
The defense on both these players' side has just been crazy. You are seeing the tier gap as coming to you live right here. Just like, why does he keep getting super? Why he's done so many more supers than Dagger G. I mean, that's Ken, baby. That's Ken.
Virsaga trying to fight his way out of the corner, looking for a big EX, but Dagger G ready for it.
Nice, faked out with the overhead, going low right afterward.
Oh, wow, that was, they both walked up to each other, crouched, and then Virsaga called his bluff on it.
Ooh, okay, yeah, the cross-up Tatsu coming out from Virsaga. Yeah, new bags of tricks coming out here later into the set, and that's exactly when you should pull them out.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta play it. You know, like that's something that they haven't seen yet. Third Strike is a very you don't like very interesting game in terms of like showing your hand. There's like so many ways that you can adjust to your opponent, and I don't know, just I wonder where that Tatsu came from. Like, like what was Virsaga's point of view of like this will work?
Yeah,
like, he must have seen something with that.
Third Strike definitely the game where like the decision like tree is expanded so far that can sometimes give you fatigue. But right now we're taking a simple approach from Virsaga's side, using that stand roundhouse to kind of mix up the timing, because you have to parry that high versus, you know, the crouching short is a low. So making like Dagger G think twice on defense.
Trying to neutral jump, see if Virsaga will maybe do a flash kick, but just feeling him out.
There it is. Yeah, not gonna get parried fully this time. Let's see SA3 rip. Okay, Erd is right for the space. Dagger G, can you keep this lead? Can you get this round? There it is. Okay, Dagger G taking the lead here on the round count here. Can he get 2 on the board? Can we make this Like, we talked about it, right? This will probably go down on the wire. I like to see that happen.
I would love to see it too. I mean, Ken, Remy, who doesn't want to see more of this?
So many like defensive throws coming out from Dagger G too. A great parry coming out from Virsaga and a fantastic punish to boot. Tries to go for the EX Tatsu cross up, but gets faked out. Virsaga also on the board. This is potentially tournament point here. Like, what do you think Dagger G needs to do at this point, right? Like, it's so difficult, I feel like, in these tight situations.
Yeah, you kind of have literally, well, now you kind of literally have your back against the wall to Virsaga. I mean, it's hard to see, like, what he's going to be going for. I mean, lots of big hard kick whiffs, trying to see if he'll bite, see if he'll try to throw out some of those there. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, it's all for positioning here, I feel, right now for Dagger G. Great jump into. We still have that SA3 on lock. Yeah, you have to be willing to be right outside the max range of the crouch immune kick. Do not let Ken get it confirmed, but the jump in, if they say that, SA3. Guess your game coming in soon? Oh, you thought. I think we all thought. But Dagger G, neutral jumps for his life. 2-2 apiece here at Portland Retro Gaming Expo.
I can't believe it. Yeah, like we said earlier, just down to the wire. These two players, I mean, what more do you want? This is third strike. This is
third strike. Let's get to the last game of our grand finals. I see a lot more patience here. Like, nobody wants to make something truly committal right off the bat.
Virsaga trying to find his footing here. A little down on life, but
okay, really close to making up a bar here on Dagger G's side, but I think Virsaga realized that and now starting to rush down Dagger G to make sure he does not get a chance. Throw loop. Forcing Dagger G to fight out and does find the landing SA1. Oh my God, Dagger G on point. This is not what I expected. I thought Virsaga was going to take the pace, but expect again.
I mean, things to change if you see that glowing bar in Ken's corner. There's two whole bars. I mean, we can see if Virsaga will spend it to get to this round 3, or, you know.
Yeah, let's see if we can try to find a chance, because Dagger G's like placement, able to walk back using the great backdash from Remy. Another throw. We've seen the situation before, tech bonus.
God, great standing hard punch. Anti-airing the neutral jump.
So Dice, the EX Tatsu anti-air, I believe that was a misinput, Shoryu?
Yeah, it looked like it must have auto-corrected or something. Oh, and this is really close. It chip health. Like this, all he has to do is throw out an EXDP or something. I mean,
maybe an SA3, and there it is. Now we're tied up a piece. Oh my God, would you have it any other way?
Final game, final round.
We got a great crowd coming out. Thank you guys for tuning in here between these two titans of third strike. Oh, it's just the pages just run up and just wait for anybody to commit to something.
They're playing it really well. I mean, Dagger G backing up, trying to get some space to be able to throw out some booms here.
Virsaga has been holding on to this meter, waiting for this round, I feel, to let it all go.
And if he does it, he has to do it pretty soon. He's down to orange life. That means he's well within a combo's worth, like one combo will probably end this set. And there it is. Dagger G, your Portland Retro Gaming Expo 2024 third strike champion. And, you know, not to put any, like, Virsaga just looking so good the entire set. I mean, trying to get Ryu off the ground. And, you know, we see the Ken come out for set 2. It just, you know, Dagger G, he played with his food a little bit, you know? Like,
yeah, I mean, he was willing to gamble on playing those Ryu rounds earlier instead of just going straight for Ken. And Dagger G is like, all right, you gave me that round, and I probably gave the confidence to bring that all the way back. And Dagger G playing so immaculate there at the win, and will definitely be your winner of our third straight bracket here at Portland Retro Gaming Expo. Yeah, I think it was just at the end, seeing that, like, all right, you're probably hungry to spin that meter, right?
Yeah.
And like knowing that, you're like, all right, this is the time. Instead of confirming into a super myself, EXLV gonna be my drink of choice, and I think that's how it end up. That's all she wrote. Dagger G gonna be your champion here. Remy out here. I love to see some Remy play, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's so cool to see, especially a player like Dagger G. Like yeah, it's just very fun to see the way that Dagger G plays. I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of movement from him that
He's very movement based, right?
Yeah, like it's very scary, and I don't know. Again, shout outs to all of PDX Third Strike that came out to support the event. There's so many people that I see at locals that have came out here at that are trying to play the game more now. A lot of older heads like Dagger G and Virsaga and Mustardback, but PDX Third Strike is doing very well, I would say. Like it's just a great time to be playing Third Strike, and if you wanna get into your local community, you should. You should PDX, PNW, Third Strike specifically too. Obviously,
there it is.
It's just like all of PNW just has a very strong scene, I would say. I mean, we have a bunch of really great players, a bunch of dedicated places to play in both PDX and Seattle and Washington. So I don't know. I'm just so happy that people are playing this game. I couldn't be more excited.
Well, thank you, Tech Bonus. It's been a fantastic time. Definitely check her out. Playing all these great games, pumping the life into these games. It's a beautiful thing here, and of course. We got our medals being handed out right now here. And stay tuned. We got some plus R action. You want some more retro action? Stay tuned for some plus R Guilty Gear side here. Of course, I've been Virsaga, Tech Bonus here. We're going to be closing it out. Thank you, and play Third Strike.
Do it.